And I need you now tonight. I fucking need you more than ever. Stay where you are. Nothing bad's happening. I'm just moving the couch. I'll have to fold my laundry because you're sitting on it. And I don't want an excuse to do that. So do me a solid. Keep that booty parked right where it is. Wow. I really miss my dad lately. So what I've been doing is turning the heat down. I'm gaslighting myself into believing it's warm enough in my apartment. Makes me feel like he's still here. Welcome.
Asana Breakdown.
Aren't you lucky to be here with me now today? Literally so perfect. That's right. Welcome back to another Asana Breakdown. Today we will be getting off of our little booty cheeks and getting up into the one, the only, excuse me, Garudasana, Eagle Pose. Brief history of Garudasana. It was named for this larger-than-life individual. And essentially what happened was the people came together and they said, can you tone it down? Can you just turn it down a little bit? You're too much. And he said, sure thing, and would appear to people with the beak of a bird, the body of a man, wings, the whole shebang. And apparently that was considered toned down for him. There's more to the story. However, that's the part that really stuck out for me. Before we jump into Eagle Pose, let's talk about warming up, prepping the body. A couple of things that we need to get into: the shoulders, the hips, get in touch with the core. Don't do that. Maybe cry a little bit. You know what I mean? Is it really yoga if you're not crying at least a little bit? I like to warm up for Eagle Pose in a prone position, coming down, finding a floor scorpion. Don't ask me why it's called that or if it's a real thing. I didn't know about it until I moved to Texas, but it's my new favorite thing. So lying on your abdomen, extending the left arm out, roll onto the left ear and cheek, bend the right knee towards the sky, maybe tap those toes behind the body, compressing the left shoulder, maybe feeling a little regret for eating an actual bucket of kale before filming this. Excuse me. And then making your way back to center, taking it over to the other side. Being mindful of the knees and the low back, maybe stacking the legs on top of each other or one in front of the other, breathing into the chest, wringing out the spine, yada yada, and then bringing it on up to a tabletop shape, maybe moving through a little cow-cat. Can never go wrong with a little cow-cat. Oh yeah, buddy. And before we get too weird here, let's kick the right toes back, rock and roll on the ball of that foot, getting into the calf a bit. Inhale, lift the right heel, hover the right leg off the mat. Exhale, cross the right toes over to the left. Maybe peek over the left shoulder at the right toes. Take a deep breath into the right side body. On your exhale, lift the right leg, bend and tap the right knee to the right elbow, right tricep. Maybe we're down here at the right wrist. Maybe we don't reach the arm. No biggie. Inhale, kick the right toes back once more. Exhale, cross the right knee over, bend into both knees, and sit the hips back. Maybe tucking the chin to the chest. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, repeat. Tapping knee to the right arm. Reaching the right toes back. And crossing at the knees. Finding a little child's pose variation, getting into the hips. And after a couple of rounds of that, bringing the right knee forward like you're tapping the right tricep, stepping the right foot forward, coming into your lizard, lunge, really getting into the hips now, okay? Maybe staying up tall or gently pressing the right leg open with the right palm, maybe pointing the right toes out a bit. Inhale to expand, create space. And exhale, soften deeper into the space you've just created. That is the shit right there, bud. Bringing the right palm down, tucking the left toes, bending into the left knee, stepping the left foot forward, sinking the hips down to your malasana. Okay, maybe our malasana isn't down like this. Maybe we have a malasana, a yogi squat with the heels in, toes out on a block of varying heights. Maybe you have a couple blocks stacked on top of each other. No biggie, bud. We are all always at different chapters of our book. Okay, you know, why would we compare our first chapter to somebody else's fucking 10 millionth chapter? That would be so stupid. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, plant the palms. Lift the hips, find a forward fold, just briefly opening up through the backs of the legs. Inhaling for your mountain pose, reach the hands up tall, maybe a baby back bend. Exhale, sinking it down, maybe wiggle the fingers. Always a good time when you have jazz hands going on in your yoga practice. Let me tell you, we are pro jazz hands in this house. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back, find your tabletop, and take it over to the other side. Rocking and rolling on that left foot, lifting the left toes up and over to the right, finding that side body stretch, taking a deep breath in, and on your exhale, pulling the left knee towards the left tricep, engaging the obliques here. Inhaling, kicking the left foot back. Exhale, find your cross-legged child's pose. Maybe slight tuck of the chin. And repeat 2 or 3 times. And we do this so when we enter a pose, like eagle pose, the body already knows, okay? The body already knows. I don't know if your body's like my body in the sense that it doesn't like surprises, okay? It likes to know what the fuck is going on. So that's why we warm up the body. And we are creating more mobility. Last one, kicking the left toes back. Exhale, hug the left knee in, really squeeze the obliques here. And step the left toes up, finding your lizard lunge. And apparently another fart brewing. Wow. Make one dead dad joke, and here I am. My dad loved farts, by the way. I don't know if I'm going to keep all the farts in or not, but we'll find out. But anyway, yeah. It's good to wake the body up, okay? Tell the body what's going to happen instead of hurling yourself into a posture. And we'll find our malasana one more time. Stepping the right foot forward. Oh, yeah. Maybe bringing hands to the heart center. A symbol of balance. We see a lot of this in yoga, especially in a lot of balancing poses. And it's just a connection. It's just a connection of the palms. A spiritual high five from one side of you to the other, if you will. A way to bring balance, find equilibrium here. Balancing the different energies in the body, giving it somewhere to go. You know what I mean? Take one more deep breath in. And on your exhale, send that booty to outer space, find your forward fold. And essentially, fam, we're warmed up and we're ready to go. I'm sweating, bro. From our chair pose, okay? Oh my God, so many gases escaping from my body today. I'll turn to the side because for me, this chair pose doesn't feel the best. Doesn't feel the most stable, and it doesn't feel the most sustainable and therapeutic. For me, I like to turn the pinkies in just a hair, take a deep breath in, and on my exhale, pull the navel to the spine and allow that to lengthen my tailbone down. We're not waving our asshole around or tucking the pelvis. We're lengthening, maybe even closing down the eyes for a minute and finding a reason to come out of chair pose, because that's not what we're breaking down today. All right, so eagle arms, all right? Maybe inhaling, creating space in the chest. Exhaling, bringing the left arm under the right. Maybe finding a hug here, okay? Hugging the shoulders. Or bringing the left elbow crease just above the right elbow and reaching for the right thumb. And since we have our left under, we're going to also have our left over. So shifting weight to the right foot, maybe pausing here, okay? We can have chair legs and eagle arms, teaching the body where we want to go. And from there, maybe lifting the elbows, taking the palms a little bit away, relaxing the shoulders down, squeezing the core, and using your pada bandha, big toe mound, pinky toe mound, and heel. All your little toe beams, bud. And to come out, take a deep breath in. On your exhale, shift the right elbow up and back. Shine the palms forward. Round pose. Jesus, so much heat is coming out of this. So much heat. And then we take it to the other side, all right? Maybe coming in from a different posture. This is going to be my favorite way, okay? Balancing on my left foot. Whatever foot I want to balance on, that's going to be the one I have forward. Finding a high lunge, okay? Same with our Asana or low lunge. Pulling the left hip back. Wow, another fart, bro. Alrighty. I'm pulling the right hip forward, leveling out the hips, releasing some gases, sweeping the biceps up by the ears, okay? Or maybe finding a sense of balance, a sense of harmony, a sense of equilibrium, lifting and spiking through the right heel, rolling the shoulders back and down. Wow, that fart smells so bad, bro. Inhale, sweep the hands back, maybe wide open, maybe cactus, the elbows. And on your exhale, hook the right arm under the left, okay? Bringing the right elbow crease. Just, for me, it's just above the left elbow crease. And maybe we have the backs of the palms facing each other. Maybe this is where we are, okay? Or turning the left palm to look right, and maybe the right fingertips clasp to the left thumb. Lifting the elbows up a bit, pulling the hands out a bit. Notice how this impacts sensation. And if you're not confident to step forward into your eagle pose, no worries, okay? Practice your balance with your eagle arms or whatever eagle arm variation you want here. Inhaling to lift the elbows, finding a little cow pose, and exhaling, pulling it in for a cat, okay? Keeping your base stable, engaging the core muscles, moving through this 2 or 3 more times, whatever you want to do. I can tell you I want to stop, and I will, because we're going to bend into that right knee, take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, step the right foot forward, maybe pausing here, using your next cycle of breath to cross the right leg over. For me, it's so much more difficult to balance on my left than it is on my right. So I don't always bind all the way. I meet myself where I'm at, which is here. Sinking the hips down. And on your exhale, expanding, unraveling. Oh. And digging a hole approximately 6 feet deep where you will toss my lifeless body into. Now, let's talk about options with blocks. Balancing, say, on my right leg, placing the block on whichever height, finding our chair-ish base. Whichever leg is over, that arm will be under. Bringing the left elbow crease under the end of the right bicep. Jesus. I swear, like, I'm not shitting my pants. Lifting the left leg up and finding the block with your left toes. Sinking the hips, strengthening, finding comfort in unfamiliar territory. And with that, that's it. That's all I got. Garudasana, eagle pose. I really hope you enjoy the warm-up. Feel free to incorporate it in your own personal practice. Teach it to your students if you're a teacher. And please feel free to let me know of any other options that work for you in your practice that make this pose more accessible in your body. That's the kind of stuff I live for. I want to hear that. And with that, I will go probably wash my ass because I'm very sweaty and many farts just escaped from my body doing that. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. It's a weird time in the world right now. And by weird, I mean shitty. So I'll leave you with this: fuck the patriarchy. Let it burn. Alrighty. See you next week for another
Asana Breakdown.
Awesome. Great. Oh my god, PJ, you look so fucking cute. How the fuck? How the fuck you? Oh god. Excuse me.